want to know about the time I ended up in the most amount of trouble I've ever been in my whole entire life? Why I had to clean up a spilt bucket full of barbecue sauce, paint, spit, bleach, wee, used cat litter, compost, and just about any other disgusting and smelly thing you could think of. A couple of years ago, when I was just a kid, 7 or 8, my dad started dropping me off and my cousins for a sleepover every Friday night. When he picked me up on the Saturday afternoon, he was like a completely different person. He had a huge smile on his face, was cracking jokes, and even going singing and dancing in the kitchen. And if you knew my dad at the time, you know how unlikely that was. I had no idea what was making him so happy all of a sudden. But eventually, one day, he told me that he'd started dating someone, and if it would be okay if her and her son came over to meet me at the weekend. Now, I'd seen enough family movies from the 90s to know that this probably wasn't good. You see, all of those movies revolve around a kid and the single parent who falls madly in love with a stranger, but the stranger is actually the most evilest person in the whole world. Not only do they hate the kid, but they're also only interested in marrying the kid's parent to steal a family heirloom or an inheritance or something. The kid can always see what's happening, but the parent is too dumb and falls for it every time. The night before my dad's new girlfriend and son were due to come over, I couldn't sleep. I was worried what this evil woman might be like. I imagined she would be tall, with straight dark hair in a long black dress, and her son, a ginormous, gross, fat bully. That's what they're always like in those movies. So I got thinking, how do those 90s family movies always resolve themselves? Normally with a series of booby traps expertly executed by the kid. So in an effort to scare off the evil woman who was trying to steal my dad from me, I decided I needed my own booby trap. My bedroom window was directly over the front door, the perfect place to drop a bucket of nasty gunk all over this evil woman and her idiot son before they even had a chance to get into the house. So I crept around that night, filling a bucket with the nastiest, most disgusting things I could find. And in the morning, I positioned it on the windowsill, behind the curtain, with the window slightly open, ready to dump it on this evil woman and her fat, gross son as they arrived. I stood in my room by the window waiting for them. When they finally arrived and got out of their car, they didn't look evil at all. They looked more nervous than scared, than my dad has been nervously faffing about all morning. The woman looked up and saw me, smiled and waved. A nice gentle smile. It didn't look evil at all. Oh, and her son was actually younger and smaller than me. I figured it could have all been part of a cunning plan to deceive me. I decided I should at least give them a chance. I could always drop the bucket of doom on them as they left if she was horrible. She, Emma, was actually super nice and funny. And my dad turned into this whole new person again. Smiley, happy, funny, giggly, which was really embarrassing. My mum died when I was 3, so basically my whole life has just been me and my dad. He's the greatest guy in the world, pretty much my best friend, and a massive reason why I didn't want this evil woman ruining everything. But until he started seeing Emma, and I'd seen him being happy and having fun, I never realised that he was quite a sad, unhappy person. It was so nice to see him smile and have a good time. Oh, and her son, Simon, he was actually alright. I figured I could easily push him around. After they left, my dad asked me if we could see them again. Fine by me, they seem nice enough, I said. That night, I sat in the lounge playing video games. When my dad was pottering around upstairs, I heard him yell, "Lewis, what the hell is in this bucket?" Oops, I completely forgotten about that. It had fallen inwards on my dad and all over the carpet as he drew my curtains. Man, was he angry. I'd never been in so much trouble before or since. Things are a little different now. Emma's my stepmom, and she's awesome. Simon's not only my stepbrother, but he's also one of my best friends. But the stain on the carpet from the bucket, yeah, that's still there. But thankfully the smell's gone though.